Well, 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 and so here we are. We have almost infinite wealth in front of us, and now we just need to exploit it. My friends, we are back as Sir Jourdain the Bastard, and indeed, we are leading now a very successful camp. We are going to do our best to understand the peninsula that lies before us and understand how to exploit it. We had plenty of experience when we conquered Sicily, of course, together with our father, when we fought our uncle, and now it is time to put all of that to the test. We already won a battle in Mallorca, and might I point out, I only found out about this actually between episodes. Check this out. So if I were to plan a pilgrimage, yada yada yada, you can see right here that there is a new point of interest. On the 9th of December 1098, Sir Jourdain led his troops bravely in a charge against the Andalusia army of Emir Muhammad. The battle came to an end when the Norman cavalry tore through the battle lines and into the hearts of the enemy formation, shattered the morale of their opponents, and captured Emir Muhammad. If you go through here, you get 75 martial lifestyle experience, you get 3 trade experience as a seasoned traveler, and you potentially can even get the open terrain expert trait. This is unbelievable stuff. We have just arrived and we are already commemorated in this region. Our victory over this man right here was just that significant. I'm super looking forward to making a name out of ourselves. I'm not sure whether we're going to stick with being landless for all too long. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Ultimately, we're just going to be fighting a lot of wars, of course, as mercenaries. Although, I actually really like this contract. So this is a fight corruption contract. We could theoretically be leading a peasant rebellion at the end of this, but I don't think he wants to get back into the dirt just yet. It doesn't really make sense to him, right? He is in such a powerful position. He could probably rule this island if he wanted to. It's just that he doesn't really want to. What we're going to do here is we're going to pacify these lands, because the more pacified they are, the richer will the Sultan of Valencia be and can then actually employ us. And we're going to get to know the inhabitants of these territories. Amgar Yuchana of Alcanis, Valencia's marshal, visits my encampment for the day. As soon as we are left alone, he begins muttering, "It is embarrassing to admit, but I need your help dealing with the disobedient peasants of Valencia." The marshal huffs and glowers. "They flout their sultan's authority. I can't keep them in control. They beat and humiliate anyone I send, daring me to come in full force. Their conduct is a black mark, one that stains all the realm." What we need to do here is assert that we are an authority not to be messed with. So we could again try to turn this into a rebellious situation, but that is not what I'm interested in. I want, throughout all of Iberia, the message spread that when a Norman knight crosses your path, you kneel, you bow, you entirely prostrate yourself. That is the power that I need our people, that I need my forces to have in the face of all of this riffraff, this rebellious nonsense down here. Now, I will not be bringing the camp, we will just be traveling. I think we can just do it like this. You know what, actually, do we have a cool option? Let me double check this. We could venerate at local shrines, I do like this, but we will simply travel, and it's so funny that it's Valencia itself, by the way. Oh my god, look at this popular opinion, Jesus Christ, okay. I guess, even then, not everybody is quite happy. Ooh, follow against nickname, Mukhtar the Depraved. Yeah, I guess that's fair. He's been a good fighter, a good second. I can't really speak against him. Who are you? We have the army of Scepter. Let's take a gander at Scepter. I don't know who you are. So this is Marrakesh. Oh, you are attacking Valencia, hoping to destroy him here in southern Iberia. Very, very interesting. So they're pushing for Granada, although of course Granada proper is all the way up here. If the Southerners, if the Almoravids ever actually claimed Granada, it would be terrible for Valencia, because the Alhambra fortress ruin, as much as it is a ruin, is of course incredibly good to hold. This is one of those things I think that we're going to pick up as we travel these lands as well. But for now, you know what, let's make our way there. I don't like these travel events, man. I don't love these travel events, that's fine. Don't care for them. Look at this, by the way, this was the battle, yeah, almost 3-1 right there. Honestly, as far as I understand it, that story is actually a 5-1. We defeated them despite them having 1 million more soldiers than we did. Now this event, it will just be very repetitive. We're just going to look at it once here. When we arrive at Valencia, I'm quick to round up the worst of the rebel rousers and demand they explain themselves. Baraka, a peasant of some reputation, speaks for the rest. It is our place to be ruled over, but Sultan Ismail does so unjustly. With chaos rife in the land, while we can hardly hold on to what's ours, still he drives us to labor for him like workhorses. So these seem to be serfs in in reality, right? So we are looking at a big difference, especially between Western and Southern Europe here, and then Northern Europe, in particular Scandinavia, where you would have freemen. This was one of the big differences between the historical Heinrich IV, actually, and the Saxons. They were by and large freemen rather than serfs, and the end fortification of this region, he kept building forts to assert his authority, basically drove them ever further away from the privileges that they used to have, making it so that they were essentially enserfified. And this already seems to be the case right here. There seems to be a lot of castle service that they have to facilitate, you know, much like a serf would. Interesting. Maybe it is unfair. You know, I don't want to say that it isn't, but you should never believe that you have another option than serve. Serving is the only thing that actually matters here. Now, sadly, I'm not that good at martial, which means that we have a really high chance that it doesn't really work out. This will mean, yep, we will be losing some of our Conrois. I have to replace them afterwards. But honestly, I kind of like the idea here that the fortifications all throughout Iberia, at least Valencia, are staffed with Norman knights. The idea that everybody knows us, that everybody fears us, and only actually, you know, is obedient when we are present, that is what I want to implant in the heads of these people. Now, like I said, we're going to skip over these events. I'm just going to visit, and we're going to focus basically on the journey, I think. That matters a whole lot more to me. And next up is Guyane. Sure, let's go over there. We're just going to make our way here through the very hilly countryside. Oh, and Valencia. They are winning. Okay, that is good to know. Cousin taken prisoner. Bohemond. Man, Bohemond is living such an awful life. Legitimately, this is... he lost his hand, he lost his eye, he is in prison. This is just a levitating... levitating shekel right there. Yeah, that has to suck. He's landless now. He's done. And not just on Twitch. I see at least that Valencia is capable of keeping out the influence right here from, of course, the Almoravids. It's very interesting. The Almoravids play a very similar role to the Zirids, to the Fatimids, the Aghlabids of old. We, of course, never experienced such a strong Muslim authority in Sicily, but we've heard the stories. If they can keep them out, working with Valencia is a good idea, because it will mean that we also benefit from them. We don't want an overly strong and well-organized empire, of course. Natalie here, my half-sister, is now grown up. I should probably get her married, right? I wonder to whom. I don't even have... Oh yeah, no, okay, we don't actually have anybody that we could properly do here. I'll keep her where she is. Maybe I can find somebody... She's actually the ideal candidate. You know what? I so rarely, if ever, use it. You know, the ability to say, hey, I request marriage acceptance after doing a contract for somebody. Maybe it is a good choice. Should we ever make our way to the north? I'm sure that my wife would not let my sister be married to a Muslim. But should we ever make our way north, we can try to get that going with the northern Christian kings right there. For now, let's suppress a couple of peasants. Next up is Al-Arak. You know, I do want to, if we do want to go to Al-Arak, why don't we head on over to Cordoba? There you go, yep. Let's make it to Cordoba. I want to see the city. I want to understand what it must have been like. Think about it this way as well, right? We have never, in our entire lifetime, seen a truly magnificent city. If anything, we've only ever seen the ruins. Sicily itself doesn't have anything like that. We never were ourselves, of course, in Constantinople. We didn't have the pleasure of visiting Jerusalem. Down here, Mahdia had long fallen into ruins, and we never even made it to any of the great Western European cities right there. Cordoba is really the closest that we've ever gotten there. The Great Mosque is surely going to be very, very impressive to us. Yeah, that's interesting, right? Valencia, let's take a look at this. So Valencia is at 11 development, Cordoba is at 25. Yeah, this is easily the most beautiful city that we will ever have seen. And I can only wager that we are very impressed with what used to be in Iberia. If you recall, actually, there was a moment where Roger, he was thinking quite a lot about the ruins, right? The Roman Empire, everything that we could find down in Sicily there, and what it meant to walk among them, to understand what they might have thought and how they might have viewed the world. I don't think Jourdain has that kind of understanding. I think he lacks the wherewithal to really, you know, put himself into the shoes of the ancestors. But man, what he does see here, the actual reality, it is still something to behold. Something like he's never seen it before. Anyway, here they fear for the safety of their children. It's Sultan Ismail's duty to protect us, but he is only concerned with controlling us. If his fine swords won't be cutting down the blasted outlaws, my people will pledge their children's lives to their own size flails and arrows. Silence your people or die. Yet again. How many troops did we lose, by the way? We're at 73. I think we're doing like... Okay, I don't think I get notifications for whether I succeed or not. That's unfortunate. Whatever. Oh, and then right here we actually have our very first interesting moment with our wife. What are you doing? I asked Merta. I found it hard to fall asleep tonight. Perhaps because traveling has disturbed my body's normal routine. So I stepped out into the campfire. Merta was awake as well, despite not having night watch duty at that moment. So I had sat down next to her. With a contemplative look on her face, Merta points at the night sky and smiles. The stars. Sometimes I like to just stare at them. Magnificent, aren't they? I thank God I can witness such wonders every day. She is such a good soul. Does this actually match her? She's paranoid, ambitious, zealous? Yeah, no, it does match her. She is a good soul that has had our back, like a wife would, of course, in her own worldview. You gotta respect it. I'm sure you recognize some of the constellations. Is that constellation the bracelet of Jesus? I want some good quality time with my wife here. Travel safety +3, monthly learning lifestyle experience +5. Doesn't really help us. The safety is nice. And we come closer to forming a friendship right there. I don't think we got one. Oh, she made friends already. Interesting. She's friends with Ratzebors. Jesus, this guy lives in Poland. Okay, well, anyway, let's suppress a couple of peasants. We should go to Cordoba, for better or worse. The local mobs are a grave concern. I suspect a foreign influence, provoking the simple folk to despicable deeds, which they must seize at once. I agree, actually, yeah. Let's make haste. Let's go to Cordoba. We've already been there, we already know it, and... Man, leaving some of our knights in that city, now that is the dream. I think he loves the idea that some of the city watch, or maybe even more importantly, the investigative wing that suppresses any rebel rousers, they are Norman knights indeed. Our minds are our own as if we'd welcome the meddling of outsiders. Bah! We reject too the presence of Sultan Ismailis, toadies and thugs. Can't we run our own local affairs unmolested? No. I don't think so. These people are getting too many ideas. We're gonna make some good pocket change right here. And you know what? I want to follow, actually. We're gonna change our route here as well. I want to make do through Toledo. And then up here, we're just gonna follow the road. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Let's travel like this. We are seeing the entirety of the former Umayyad Caliphate, except, of course, the now independent, the anarchy, basically, in Portugal and whatever you call it. Beja, Badajoz, you know, that kind of stuff. The Algarve. Yeah, they are indeed an anarchy, but that is none of my concern, because that is not directly the domain of my contract giver. Listen, I'm just going to be honest with you, if I die, I die. I don't care. Don't ever show me that event again expecting that I don't press the death option. You never die anyway. We made it through Toledo, and I think here we have to take in that these are formidable walls. The early Arabic rulers widened them even further, creating a defensive system fit for the City of Kings. This city right here has the best set of walls that the entire peninsula has to offer. These walls right here must be impressive to us, right? When we take a look at this, we see something that is as old as what we are used to from Sicily. Oh my god, and they actually did it. Hassan of the Banu Hilal has conquered Apulia. Richard, you should have never been king. You should have never been king. And this war is still going, which is fascinating, because the Ducats of Puy, oh, they're actually just going for the title now. They're not getting any land out of this. I mean, you know what? Kaiser Heinrich IV, you can't always win him. You're getting too many W's anyway. But yeah, we are coming past these walls of Toledo, and we see this old architecture, of course, of Roman days, but also then what was built on top here. The early Arabic rulers widened them even further, creating a defensive system fit for the City of Kings. And I think immediately he thinks, if I were to take that city, I would be king. Maybe one day. Maybe one day we will be doing this. I see a couple of contracts there. We're going to look into that, of course, as we go here. And I think we are now going to the very last of this mission right here. We have visited the Aljaferia, a great palace fortress built on the Sarria plain. The Aljaferia is a testament to the power and wealth of Saragossa. Imposing and splendid in equal measure, it is both an intimidating fortification and a pinnacle of Iberian architecture. Oh my god, look at these bonuses. That is sick. We have to be very impressed by what we're seeing, and yet it also feels so oddly familiar. I mean, think about it, right? We had so many fortifications, we had so many important monasteries and such. Iberia really is the Sicily of Western Europe. And now finally, for the very last stay, we will visit the Alhambra herself. I want to see what the best of the forts in this region have to offer, so that I can make plans for how to take them. Remember, our campaign in Sicily took 30 whole years. It wasn't easy, Indeed, quite the opposite right there. The better I understand fortifications in this region, the better will I be at destroying them. Oh, and as we are securing territory, of course, for Sultan Ismail here, Christian pilgrims to the Holy Land suffer all manner of abuse, and their roads are fraught with danger. In order to protect the pilgrims and secure Jerusalem for Christ and the faithful, His Holiness Pontifex Maximus Alexander has accepted the possibility of an outright invasion by joint Christian forces. Deus Vult indeed. That is interesting. I think this is pretty easy to read as a last-ditch effort of the papacy to unify Christianity behind itself. Maybe, at this and advanced of an age, he is kind of smelling the opportunity that Heinrich IV, much like he himself, won't be here forever. If this is a successful crusade, there would yet be a much more popular-based belief in the idea that the papacy is supreme and not the emperor. Maybe he is dreaming that he can roll it back. Now, I will tell you, like I already teased, I don't think we're going to participate in these crusades. Religious conflicts don't matter to us at all right now. I'm sure it is important to our wife, but she understands that what we're doing is what actually matters. And there we are now here for the very last peasants. We've made a lot of money. We have lost... yeah, okay, we've also lost a lot of troops. Let's refill them right here. Oh, and this is exciting. Man, this kid is very interesting. He speaks Norse, he speaks Arabic, he speaks, of course, Romans, our language. Something about the local culture simply fascinates him, so much so that in our brief time here, he has managed to pick up passable Arabic, an achievement that the lad is trumpeting to the high heavens by speaking it around camp constantly, even dropping little words and phrases into conversations with his lessers. Boy, you are smart. I gotta give him that. Alright, and so we have now finally returned, and actually we visited the Mallorca site, and we became an open terrain expert. My own battle has now turned me into a battle god. That is unbelievable. We are a rough terrain expert, we're an open terrain expert. I'm gonna kill. I'm gonna be so crazy good at it too. That is insane. Let me study this war real quick. So this is Amgar Marwan. We have, okay, yeah, we could probably beat this guy. So this is Amir of Toledo. Just looking at it, he doesn't actually hold Toledo. Interesting to see. We could probably win this. I'm not sure that I have enough. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hire... I think we're going to hire some mangonels here. We've seen these fortifications now, right? I trust that our Conroy will be good enough to crush enemies. But now I need to make sure that I actually have the potential to make this happen. We don't really have much going there. I'm going to take this contract. Ideally, I would like to refresh it, but I just can't do it right now. That's okay. I think we're going to crush them, we're going to siege, and then we will already be looking towards a bright future. We're going to get involved in this war now, and I want to be well prepared. I want to be capable of challenging them where I need to challenge them. Oh, and he also called in an ally, huh? Very interesting. I'm not sure that I'm going to win this battle. But hey, if I'm not trying, then, you know, who is? Actually, let me fight you right here in this separate space. Yeah, let's fight in the hills. Oh, buddy, that's gotta hurt. That's not nice for you. Can I recruit you? I would like another... I would love another guy. Yeah, let's go like this. Beautiful. I need more knights. Everybody needs more knights. We only have 6. I could theoretically have 13. Our war against the Iberians to prove that we have what it takes is continuing. And I'm not sure again that I can actually siege this here. I think I can defeat him in battle, right? Oh, easily. Not even close. Come on. Did we full wipe them? Oh, we totally did. That is disgusting. Alright, I'm coming south. Let's hope that I can besiege you. We're gonna figure this out. Doing that fighting corruption contract was very wise, because now we learned so much about how to conduct warfare in this region. I love it. Means to an end. I sit by the barber's tent, letting the sounds and smells of the camp wash over me. It's different from a life within the safe walls of a palace. So very different. The freedom is easy to enjoy. No obligations, no counselors yapping, no dignitaries to entertain, none of the downsides of the trappings of power. Yet these freedoms are dearly purchased. The constant scraping of survival wears thin. Increasingly, every night, I yearn for a proper bed. You know what? I don't think so. I don't want to say that I don't want land in the future, but... oh, I do love the siege phase modifier, actually. But I think best to keep my options open. That is how he sees it right now. This right here, the world in Iberia is our oyster. I just gotta consider... oh my god, and we got flexible leader as well. We are an unhinged commander. We may be the very best of the best. If we would also have a talent in siegecraft, that would be so amazing. 17 months, yeah, it's a long time. I'm not sure that we can actually get that done. We'll do our best. Yeah, there you go. Not enough soldiers. That sucks. I think we're not getting Ticking Warska. Yeah, okay. We have to siege him down to get Ticking Warska. That really sucks. I need to recruit more units. My cousin is under attack. Richard is being attacked by the Vasilevs Constantinos the 11th for Calabria. He is actually going to lose it all. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. Remember, Tropea. That is where our mother and our father are buried. That is where we had so many important events. We founded our house. Well, it's no longer our house, but you get the drift. Sadly, we're not even a part of the Hauteville dynasty at all anymore. Richard. He's a failure. He is a failure. I don't know. Maybe I have to head back. But to be honest with you, what is there back in the east? Over here is where we can find our fortune. That much, I think, at this point is pretty clear. Oh, and Konungr Olaf the Peaceful has actually founded the Knights Templar. That is so fascinating. Yeah, he has turned away from imperial ambition. Oh, well, High King ambition, I suppose. And he is now looking towards safeguarding himself and the faith. I would maybe even interpret this as like a counteract towards the Holy Roman Empire. He is not part of the majority of Christians that live within the HRE. Maybe the Knights Templar are meant to kind of be a counterweight there, right? Interesting to see for sure. Let's go with Never Back Down. I love fewer friendly casualties. I have bad news. I'm not sure that I can siege this. I honestly, I don't think I can siege this. The attrition will always get to us, and we just don't have enough troops. Now, this is actually the wildest thing. Normally I would feel disappointed, because I don't think that the First Crusade should ever go anywhere else other than Jerusalem, you know, classic stuff. But in the situation that this 91-year-old Pope finds himself in, what he needs to leave behind has to be much more tangible for his successor if that one wants to weather the storm that is Heinrich IV. The north wind is blowing, and it is an incredibly cruel wind. I said, I don't think we're going to participate in the Crusade. I think we will. To all those who will take the fight against the vile infidels, desecrating the holy grounds of Badajoz, the Holy See promises full absolution from all sins and a guaranteed place in heaven. I'm gonna be straightforward with you. I will get involved here. I will absolutely fight in Iberia. To us, this isn't a crusade on like the global level, you know, as it would be. This is rather the church offering us so much potential, maybe going forward even a claim on Sicily proper. I couldn't have dreamt of it. So I will indeed put somebody onto the throne in Badajoz. I'm not interested in this region like we analyzed. This is of course a comparatively poor one, but I will step in there. Oh, and I can't, oh my god, I can't select anybody but myself. I think that's okay, I just want the monetary payments, to be honest with you. I don't want Badajoz proper, but that makes Iberia so much more interesting. If you win this as Christians, you get like a multicultural Christian enclave down there, potentially making way for the Almoravids as well. Oh, I'm interested. And oh my, I just saw this, how did he even do this? So, the war leader here, who is of course the Emir of Toledo, has actually called in Sultan Ismail. I have to assume... Oh, and I have a hook on him? I did not even notice this. These are such formidable times. These are actually incredible times. Okay, so this war, this minor kerfuffle here for just one province, it's just a war against the tyranny, it's not ending in our favor. I don't need to choose bad fights. I'm going to withdraw towards the west. You have to be a good warlord, right? I'm essentially switching sides. I mean, I wish I could quite literally do it, but I don't think that that is feasible for us here. Unless he offers it to me, right? I'm just gonna stay away, let them siege down what they need to siege, and, you know, we'll fight another day. Nice killed in siege. Oh my god, what is happening to you, Richard? Okay, so he is losing... No, he's winning this one. I guess the Emperor is just not coming over here. No way! He's losing a populist rebellion and he just got sieged down by them and our niece died. Fredesende. Fredesende's daughter. Richard is losing everything. The Kingdom of Sicily is the most short-lived endeavor to ever be created. That is unbelievable. The total downfall that he's experiencing here is so incredibly quick. It's gonna be over before you blink. I think once the weekend comes along, we're going to be having a poll whether we stay in Iberia and try our luck here, or we try to rebuild what was lost in the east. That is just outrageous what happened over there. And while we now effectively wait until indeed the war is over, we cannot win against the Sultan. He's putting his foot down. He's showing us that we are not nearly as successful as, well, that Jourdan of course hopes that he would be. I've also fallen ill. Do no more than what is necessary. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, essentially we are just waiting. This is a difficult time. We are not even going to properly face Valencia, are we? I don't think he holds any territory within Badajoz. So, technically speaking, we don't need to be enemies in the upcoming conflict. In 3 months, this will launch. It seems like my war here. Oh, yeah, okay, it's going to be over. That's beautiful. Thank God. Do I still get paid? Surely I still get paid. I assisted you in this war, right? Oh yeah, look at that. 66 bucks. You know what? I'll take it. I did what I could, but sometimes you can't do everything. And oh my God, there it is, Castro Giovanni. Isaias of Castro Giovanni has taken control. Sicily will only be Messina and Syracuse. That is unbelievable. The kingdom itself, and where is he? What is he doing? He's attending some type of celebrations. Is this a coronation? Oh, you are such sickos. Alright. Well, let me evaluate what is going on here. I need to understand what really looks better to us. What do we have left in Sicily? It's all gone. Yes, I do think that I should be the ruler of Sicily, but realistically speaking, if there is more treasure to have in Iberia, then maybe I will never return. Tell me about this crusade. Who is actually going in here? We got the Pope, we got myself, the Knights Templar, of course. We got various small people, Salzburg, Benevento. Oh, we're going to see the Langobards. They will be coming to Iberia. Very interesting. The Ray of Galicia. Okay, so we're also going to see him for the very first time here. Of course, you should participate in this. Oh, the King of Bourgogne. There's a king in Burgundy now. And he is actually partaking in this. There are a lot of people in here that are internal vassals of the Holy Roman Empire. Aragon is also participating. Man, we are actually now... We have now so far worked, of course, with the Southerners, with the Amazigh right here, right? So Sultan Ismail, with and against him, depending on the war. And now, all of a sudden, many of these northern kings and lords will make their way south, and we will work together with them in Iberia. That is interesting. We're really getting to know both sides, and in this case, again, we're actually getting an interesting international... Basically, Mr. Worldwide is arriving in Badajoz. I'm getting on my way. Let me just study this, okay? I will fully reinforce. It's not much, but it is something. And my troops will be worthwhile. Now let's study who is partaking in this. Yeah, okay, so the good news is Mallorca and Valencia, so the Sultan and the Emir, are not participating in the defense of Badajoz. That is excellent. I am seeing the Almoravids. That is dire. That is actually pretty dire. They are very powerful. This is a southern crusade, if I've ever seen one. We see a lot of these small lords right there. Then here, mostly, of course, the religious title holders. I love that he is coming as well, so the Langobards. I just need to study, where are you actually gathering? And then we're going to go exactly there. Yeah, they're gathering in Orbitello. Are you all... You're also going to Orbitello? Yeah, everybody's going to Orbitello. Okay, you know what? I'm going as well. I will march as they have marched. All things considered, this should be an easy war, and I will tell you that I still don't actually have anybody. I could appoint myself, but I don't want to rule in Badajoz. Like I said, we're not going to do it. If I could, I would like to. I would love to appoint somebody of my family, but doesn't seem to be any luck here. Maybe I can invite somebody, but chances are pretty slim. Oh, she is in my court. Why can't I nominate you then? Huh. That kind of sucks. Let's attach this guy to... We could do the Bavarian Knechte. No. I think we're going to go with the main body here, which is the first army of Orbitello. I will leave it to the AI. I am taking my hands off of the keyboard here. I'm not commanding anybody. I am just going to watch... Because that is what Crusades are for, okay? Don't worry too much about whether everybody moves correctly. It doesn't matter. It is fate. It is all just fate. If my troops get wiped, they get wiped. Oh my god, and there they are. Yep. You were the worst king. I've never seen a worse king, man. Richard, you are an enemy. You have offended me. You have offended everybody. Oh, I wish I had a claim. I was pondering it, you know. I was pondering whether I should have a claim on the kingdom, even when it wasn't formed, just because, you know, that was what promised to us. But ultimately, nobody knew, nobody cared. Oh, and a new adventurer. Damn Emma. Well, welcome to the party, pal. Yeah, I mean, it's over for the Hautevilles. And we are now actually making it over there. Let's see how it goes. We are going to be one of the first to arrive. Our troops know the territory. We have studied our enemies. I know the peasants well. It is time. We're going to stage it here in Galicia. That makes perfect sense, right? Surely all of the elite will travel to, not to Lugo, to Santiago right there to pray, to get the blessing. I can only hope that it will be enough. As we are now staging right here in southern Galicia, right, in Portugal. Oh, and a new pope has emerged. Pontifex Maximus Gregorius VII. 29 years old and Sorbian. What a combination. It's always difficult to see what is going to happen with these type of wars. We have now become a soldier of the cross. I wish my children were here as well, but that is fine. We are a crusader, and it is so fascinating because our crusader army actually has so many people that decidedly are not crusaders. 2, 3, 4. Half of our knights, more than half of our knights, yeah. That is quite funny. Sir Jourdain, the bastard, has now become a crusader. It is, of course, vital. It means that we will have an easier time discussing things with the people close to us. I don't think we're going to amass too much in terms of actual participation, right? Right now we're getting nothing because we aren't part of the sieging army here. I don't really care because we're not getting anything out of this. I need to stress this. This is important to me. I am not here. Huh. Let's take a look at that in a second. I am not here to become the king of Badajoz, to take a duchy, even a county. I don't care for any of this land. It is trash. I care to make a name of myself. In my dream, I see a tall figure with a golden mask approach, coming closer and closer, and then I am suddenly awakened by my servant. Wake up, we're here. Are you okay? Wake up, stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. Alright, Giub. Interesting. Dagoth is calling out to me. References aside, I think the way he would interpret this is a golden mask. A golden mask. You think there was a golden mask on our father's face when he was buried? Maybe. Is he calling me back to Sicily? Also maybe. Is that my destiny, or should I choose my own? Oh, I'm not certain. I am not certain at all. Oh, come on. March into them. Crush them. I beg you. Oh, they're already starving. So this war, I am now absolutely certain, will be won. Your cousin attacks. What are you doing, pal? War against the tyranny. And it's only you rising up. He is going to revoke every last county that the Hauteville family holds in Sicily. Them not taking me as their king, not having me legitimized, it is their downfall. That is what I can now say with absolute certainty. Come on, if we just attack them here, it would be so easy. Just walk into them. Come on, just quick detour to the west. Oh, this AI, I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh, are we starving? Am I starving? Oh, I am starving. Ay. Come on. Oh my god. And you get to go in there? Wait, what is this? Oh, Benevento has its own war. I see how it is. And so the AI just walked in there, sacrificing themselves. We are having attrition here, huh? Oh, man. I'm gonna stick with them, whatever. Roger has now come of age. He has become a flamboyant trickster. Very much not what I was hoping for education-wise. I was hoping he would get something really good. He is here. Is he one of my... Can he be one of my chevaliers? Surely, right? Yes. Okay. I need him to also participate in this crusade. I am calling on my son to single-handedly make his way towards Badajoz. And I think the battle is coming up. Yes, the battle is coming up. Will I actually partake in that, though? Oh, yeah, I will. Probably not as commander, but I will be there. Very nice. Oh, there we go. When are we entering? We have entered the battle. That is not me commanding it. That sucks, man. Look at this knight list. That is insane. We are crushing them. I think we might be wiping them. So we didn't wipe them. Can I take a quick look? Where are my Conroy? Conroy, there they are. At 123 kills. Okay, we came in late. That's fine. This AI behavior is tilting me. I just, Can I not resupply here? I should be able to. What the? No supplies? Oh, there they are. Oh my god, thank you. Yeah, this, the AI behavior is just atrocious. Actually, like, very depressing to see here. Let's stumble into battle. We're gonna arrive late, but so are their reinforcements, and there we are. Beautiful. We did fight. I'll take it. I'll take it. Good battle. Okay, I had to manually do this. We are now the one that is directly sieging Shilb, which means that I do actually get war contribution. That's beautiful. We do also have, of course, you know, our weaponry of war right here. The mangonels, they are present. They are making this happen. I'm gonna get some level of payout at the very least. I don't think if I'm getting this much money for doing as little as I did, I would be very happy, but I don't think that number is correct. I would be very surprised. Oh my god, the AI moved its troops away, so now I'm like sitting on this never to be completed siege. Oh, I'm so glad we're not going on Crusade all too often. Jesus Christ. Okay, this has to be a joke, right? They really decided, sorry, but we're absolutely not going to help you siege this. I'm not even getting war contribution. Come on. Okay, you know, at least the Crusade is over. It is what it is. I will, you know, this AI. The bosun needs men. I saw a lot of the kings die here, actually. Galicia, oh yeah, look at that. They fully split. He died, and so he split the kingdoms again. He died during the Crusade, might I add. So now we have Leon. We have Castilla, who is an actual Crusader. Interesting. And then we have classic Galicia. Interesting. Surely there's some future there. Let's see what happened. We have... It's actually the Lombards. What? It's Landolfidi. If you don't remember them, let me just tell you, you should know them. You should know them very well, because they are these people. They are the ones who we've been fighting, who our cousin kept repeatedly raiding. There he is, Landolf VI. That is the man that caused so much strife within House Hauteville. Wait, what is this siege? The Byzantines here are losing the Duchy of Lebanon. That is a crazy get, but okay. Victorious Crusade. St. George's has granted Regianes victory in the Crusade for Lusitania. After defeating Amir al-Rashid and his heathen warriors on several occasions, our warriors forced the enemies of the faith to admit their ignominious defeat. With the occupied lands firmly under the leadership of a pious Catholic ruler, we can rest assured that the divine will of St. George's has been enacted. This is a glorious day for all true followers of the cross. I agree. I have leveled up significantly. Look at all that prestige that I just got. Look at Norway, actually. I was so wrong about this guy. I remember saying, obviously, he's not actually going to unify England ever again with Norway. I was wrong. He 100% unified it. I am really torn. Sir Jourdan the Bastard fought now in Lusitania. He fought with people that he already knew from Sicily. They all came over supporting this endeavor. He is now well respected. The Pope loves him. The Pope even has a positive opinion of him, as rare as that is. See, I would have said that maybe he isn't even fully aware of how bad it is back in Sicily, how much the kingdom has fallen apart. But I can't, how can I possibly say this when a Langobard has arrived? When they made their way here, full well knowing me, knowing my dynasty and everything that goes there with it. I am smitten by this. That is an incredible, incredible affair. What is happening here, this is an utterly, utterly odd situation. We come home into Mallorca as a crusader, as a powerful man with the blessing of God, forgiven for any sin that I may have committed. And we see now, of course, Valencia kind of with the back against the wall, surrounded by Christian kingdoms. Even the Almoravids have been pushed back into Africa, and they are fighting plenty wars down here that make it quite difficult to do anything, you know, to oppose the Christian rulers on the peninsula here. I don't know. I feel like staying in Iberia. I'm going to leave this question actually to the channel members. There will be 1 or 2 more episodes this week, which means that we will be quite old, and then we will be making a final decision. Let me ask you right now, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I could come for the entire thing right now. Obviously, do I have the potential? Probably not. I don't have enough troops, you know, there's too much happening. Lombardia here is their ally, they are quite powerful. But the ambition should be clear. Maybe I would even be landing in Castro Giovanni, in Palermo, and Castrogiovanni proper. Listen, I don't think that is on his mind yet. We have only just started stabbing the rich belly that is Iberia. It is time to get even more benefits out of this, and then we shall see where we settle. Folks, I'm gonna leave you right here. I already am looking forward to your input right now, before we continue waging war, becoming more and more powerful as a landless character here, influencing the politics, of course, as much as we have already done it. And I will see you later, alligator.